This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 train. The next stop is Wall Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Welcome back, everyone. It is Thursday, May 30th. This is Not Your Advisor with NYU Grad. Let's jump in. I mean, we have a lot to cover today. But I'm going to try to follow my script. We had 136 new highs for the session versus 160 new lows. 61% of stocks were advancing versus 35% declining. 51% of stocks were below their 50-day moving average versus 36% of stocks below their 200-day moving average. Looking at the mega caps, we had a fairly large sell-off here on the Mag 7. Only a few were green. I'll start with those first. Tesla was up 1.4%. Apple was up 0.5%. That's it. Microsoft was down 3.3%. Google was down 2.1%. Meta was down 1.5%. And NVDA was down 3.7%. You had a lot of software names that are just completely annihilated. Salesforce.com, a bellwether of software, was down basically 19.7% on the day. It was down even more than that during the cash session. Intuit was down 5.9%, and the semiconductor group was kind of a mixed bag. Looking at the sector analysis, technology led to the downside. It was down 2.19%. On the green, you had real estate up 1.5%, utilities up 1.2%, financials up 1.08%, industrials up 0.85%, basic materials up 0.6%, consumer cyclical up 0.47%, and healthcare up 0.33%. Energy was up 0.32%. So that was kind of the overall summary of the broader markets, but we really need to go a little bit deeper to see what really happened today. So I'll start with NVIDIA and some news about semiconductors. In Bloomberg as well as on Reuters, I read that the U.S. is reining in AI chip sales to the Middle East, specifically by those from NVIDIA and AMD. This is pretty bad news if you are one of these companies. So that caused quite a sell-off in NVIDIA today, specifically in the afternoon. And I had pointed out on Substack Notes that you should all be watching the 1120 area on NVIDIA to see if that will hold as it held in the past. And it didn't. It broke right through it in the afternoon. We sold off really heavy into the close. If you take a look at the intraday chart that I posted on the show notes, it is an hourly chart, but it also shows the true strength index indicator below it. And you'll see for the past few sessions, we've been selling off on, quietly selling off on NVIDIA here. Also, after the close, Dell reported earnings, and Dell has been a very defended leading stock throughout all of this. And they are basically down over 5% in the aftermarket, really getting crushed here. MongoDB, another name that was a high flyer in the past, is down over 7% after hours. So we had a very risk-off day, especially in software and tech. And I would be remiss to forget mentioning that we did have history made today. Literally blocks away from me, we had Donald Trump convicted on all counts. He is the first U.S. president or former president that has been convicted. I believe now he will be sentenced on July 11th. It remains to be seen what will happen with the appeals process. So this is a lot of uncertainty. I really don't care either way. I'm just glad that the traffic will get a little better now. The case is closed, but I also suspect that the division in this country is only going to get ramped higher. And I'll leave that topic where it's at, with a photo that's blurred out of a Trump supporter versus a, I guess, Trump protester. And the Trump supporter basically pops out her breast and tries to smother the protester. So if this is an indication of where our country is, that's really not good news for us all on things to come. So the summary of the day would be that there was a very big sell-off. But let's go through some of the complexion here. What was strong versus what was weak? And I'll go through this rapid fire as I usually do. These are all percents, okay? So let's cover what was strong first. AI up 19.4%. Birkenstock up 11.6%. Nova Gold up 7.3%. Rivian up 7.3%. Kava up 5.6%. Restoration Hardware up 4.3%. BITU 4.3%. New Holdings, which is a Brazilian bank, up 3.93%. Palantir 3.77%. You had CarMax up 3.29%. Bitfarms 3.2%. KB Homes 2.9%. DR Horton DHI up 2.9%. Pulte Group 2.8%. PayPal 2.3%. FBTC 2.3%. Kinross Gold 2.2%. Affirm Holdings up 2.2%. IBIT up 2.1%. New York Community Bank 2.1%. ITB Home Builder Index up 2.1%. What was weak? You had CrowdStrike down 9.61%. MongoDB down 7.1%. Adobe 6.6%. Platinum Group Metals PLG down 6.28%. FNGU 5.96%. IGV Software ETF 5.75%. Smartsheets down 5.5%. Dell 5.18% during the cash session. MicroStrategies 4.8%. Zscaler 4.7%. SBIT 4.54%. DRV 4.39%. Zeta Global Holdings 3.9%. NVDA 3.77%. Datadog down 3.48%. Silver Futures 3.4%. Microsoft 3.38%. You had natural gas futures down 2.7%. SRS Real Estate Short ETF down 2.7%. Synopsys 2.67%. Sprott Physical PSLV 2.61%. SLV 2.57%. Carvana 2.53%. Reddit 2.3%. Silvercorp Metals down 2.16%. Google 2.15%. And BITI, which is the inverse of Bitcoin, down 2.11%. For free members, Friday is the PCE numbers that comes out in the morning. That is what the Fed states as what they watch for inflation. So that number is going to be important. Keep watching the Mag 7. Keep watching the 10-year yield and all of the links to economic data, layoffs, credit card delinquency rates, Indeed.com job opening data series, and the true rate of unemployment, which is still above 24%. I will see you all after the Friday session. Premium members, please stay on. We're going to go through the Dow 30 names today, as well as some of the paying subscriber requests. All right, see you all later. That's my train.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.